first thing he did when we erected it was crack. It would blow straight across the garrison.
We'll just keep picking up speed in that kind of plan.
Yeah. Automático. Ajá. Aquí me lo he llevado.
And there's another fault the other side, or you're going to do it?
No, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Same on the side?
Yeah, you did it with it. That's the DHL one.
Give me that stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got 3 of them to back.
Yeah, there's a problem. I think that if you want this thing to be on the shop,
Oh, that's the same track?
Our side? Yeah. But you're meant to see it, that's the problem.
yeah,
How much is it? How much is it of the pictures? If we put it back here, how much will you actually not see on the pitch?
yesterday he was on my shop. If I put a lower third
Who
with the
was
score,
on the shot?
yeah, my computer.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I put a graphic and a lower third, I
Yeah,
got his
uh-huh.
head.
But these should, from that camera angle, what the pitch says.
Yeah, it's about from the post to the.
Okay, so as long as the pitch is on, the full pitch, let's just see how it looks. If we have a problem with how it looks, we'll move them. Yeah. Okay. And ideally, we could just put them on
Ahí
here.
está, se
If you
ve
don't
más
like
chingón el
anything.
color.
Actually, put
Tengo
them on here.
6 y yo.
Yeah, everything there's front.
It is, yeah. Let's just move on the pitch then, on the track. If anybody complains.
Yeah, I just was saying, if you want this on the shop,
Yeah, let's just move it here.
Tell us where it goes.
Will this be on your shop?
It's on the
That's
one
the Guardian is actually the
that doesn't survive.
we're advertising. See these?
Oh, so I'm going to do it wrong around.
As far as here.
You're right.
No, yeah.
If we just put on a spot, we've got right on the edge here.
aquí Ernest.
I'm proposing we don't need stakes today, Leo. No, it's basically easier to slip it up. So these rubber fans at the bottom here. That's right. You want to catch any during camp? You won't have a camera for us. I just want to have both.
Do you want to put like 3 here, 2 with that one there, or mix and match? And you put 2 towards the end by the sideline as well?
Either way to do it. But
Like behind and then. So like one of, so for one of these and one of them.
Leave all those there.
Right?
So all of these two there in there.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh yeah, I see what you're doing.
Walking on the wet grass.
Oh, you got frosted. Oh, they're the identical. Alright, as long as nobody's changed shirt numbers or something.
Vamos a ver.
Boys, 10 minutes.
sorting themselves out. Just getting ready. Together. Field looks great, held up very well this week. How you doing, Scott? How you doing, Mary? Thanks for joining us. Get yourselves over to Rugby Americas North. I've actually just tweeted out the link for the live stream, which is already up and running. There's our cameraman all the way up there. Mexico ready to go. They lost both their games yesterday. They were a bit disappointed by the whole thing. Themselves today in Bahamas. Yeah, a bit worried about that over there. Down heavy at some point, I think. That timing. But we're going to be up and running in about, well, 9 o'clock we're supposed to kick off. So in about 6 minutes. Get yourself out of Rugby Americas North, and you'll be able to see all of the games today live. This is the third round of the competition today. And from that we'll be able to decide who plays finals, who's the first four playoff. About 5 minutes ago. Long day ahead, so fantastic. Go by.
Profunda.
My mic's live or not?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Rugby America's North with a final day of the ladies competition, 10-a-side rugby, right here at Tapatio Mendez Stadium. In a very pleasant weathered Mexico City this morning. A little bit of overcast. Yesterday it did get quite hot during the day. We've got lined up for you today Mexico versus Bahamas, and then immediately afterwards you're going to be watching USA South against Jamaica to decide who goes into the final stages. Then you'll have a third and fourth place playoff and obviously the final. There was a little bit of an incident. One of the Bahamas girls in warm-up, I don't know if she fell or something, but she had to be stretchered off just warming up. I didn't catch it myself, and the cameras weren't live at the time. But so she's off. I'll find out some information about that a little bit later on for you guys in the Bahamas watching this today. But welcome to our final day of the women's competition. We're going to be here again tomorrow for the finals of the under-19s men's competition. But for right now, we've got Mexico, who took a couple of defeats yesterday, played extremely well, but just couldn't pull it all together, beaten by Jamaica and by USA South. A thrilling game against Jamaica. Bahamas defended very well in their games yesterday, so they're both looking to get a win in this game to save some face. But fantastic rugby being displayed yesterday. I literally went hoarse. My voice, I almost lost it because of the excitement from the games yesterday. It was impressive stuff. They're about to get themselves underway. Walking out onto the field. I will update you guys on that injury as soon as I find out something. Hello, Vancouver. Thanks very much for giving us a shout out on the live feed. Please feel free to share it with the rest of your natives up in Canada. I know there's a few Canadian-based players in some of these teams. So thanks very much for joining us. And I'm just going to wake myself up. And here they come. Lots of enthusiasm from this Mexico team. Very positive from all these teams over this this whole week. Really enjoying themselves in this competition. Obviously, the Mexican Sevens team has made their way up to Canada to prepare for the World Cup. Many of these girls in this team have been part of that Sevens team. They have a big pool of players here in Mexico from all over the country, not just Mexico City, Guadalajara and Saltillo, a few other places, Puebla, getting representation. The Bahamas, a less experienced team, but very strong, powerful, fast players. Some of them I was interviewing yesterday, and some of them have only been playing the game for 3 to 6 months. One of the more experienced players has been playing for 2 years. So if you can take that into consideration, the level of rugby that they are playing is quite phenomenal, taking that into consideration. Mexico will be looking to build up patiently. They do it very well. If you see the depth of how they play in their backs, they do build up patiently, but a quick line speed can cause them problems defensively. If USA South did it very well yesterday. So it's going to be a Mexico ball. She plays it, taps it quick. They see a bit of space out this side. And this is sort of, for me, the star player for Mexico. Dariana Garcia has done some amazing things in attack and in defense. Ball's bobbling. A couple of knock-ons in there. So it'll be Bahamas ball. Good pressure from them. USA South did the same thing to Mexico yesterday. Just put them under pressure with a solid defensive line speed. Puts them under pressure. They do like a patient build-up. So you might find a team like the Bahamas will be camped in Mexico's half, but Mexico, when they have possession, they're patient, they pass the ball around, and they look for the space, and then they score against the run of play, so to speak, because they're always in their own territory and go score these 60-yard tries, 70-yard tries. It's phenomenal to watch, and they did it several times yesterday, and but didn't manage to do enough of it to get the results that they are obviously looking for. So that's Mexico in the black and white kit, and Bahamas in the light blue. It's basically looks like the Bahamas flag. So regarding the setup for the current competition, this is the third round of the group stages. Pretty much it'd be impossible for Mexico to reach the final at this stage, or the Bahamas for that matter. It's just a case of positioning. So we've got Mexico coming around. They've got around the edge, scoring an excellent try. They do work well around the edges. They're very quick, and they find the passes and spaces out wide very quickly. Great try there to get them started for Mexico. Daniela Alvarado scoring Mexico's first try of the day against Bahamas. Again, just like I'd mentioned a couple of minutes ago, against the run of play. Bahamas camped in Mexico's half, and they patiently find the space out wide and score. A good kick too. Great work around the outside from Alvarado, and she's got some wheels. Very quick. There was a chase, but it just wasn't good enough. Great try, Mexico. Not a bad kick either. So 7-0, Mexico take the lead. Early start for them, 3 minutes in. 10-minute halves, this is 10s rugby, so 2 10-minute halves per game. Good height on the kick, causing a bit of problems for the Bahamas reception. Ref calls it a knock-on. So Mexico on the Bahamas 22. They will have the scrum. Still got some of the crowd rolling in this morning. It's Friday morning. Expecting big crowds tomorrow, with it being Saturday, and it'll be the under-19s final round. I think everybody's really waiting for that USA-South Mexico game tomorrow. But there's been some phenomenal female rugby here yesterday, and today we've got another full day of it. Bahamas have recovered that ball, working out of their own half. Playing it simple. Looking to go wide this time. Finds some space. Bahamas number 8, and pops it off the floor. Some crunching tackles going in. And just lands outside. Great work from Danielle Zonico, finding the space, breaking it at the Mexico half. So Mexico have got the line up. Referee just organising the Bahamas. But they're all set now. Mexico. Lorelei Ramirez throwing in. Takes it off the top there nicely. Working across the field. They've got a loop. Looking to release Garcia. But well tackled, Bahamas. And watch them. They'll work it back across the field again. They like to spread the defenders. And Bahamas picked up the ball, scooped up nicely from the number 3, Abigail Elaine from Freeport. They're still working with it. Mexico did recover that ball correctly. Few bodies strewn on the floor there for the Bahamas. Some heavy hits going in. 1, 2, 3 bodies on the floor. But plenty of medical staff to take care of them. Well organized.
Tiene Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola puede, pero nosotros no. Cablevisión, Martí.
So Bahamas taking a couple of knocks here. They were getting real close to that line. Didn't manage to get over. Number 15 from the Bahamas looks like she's going to have to go take a seat. Amber Raven. So Mexico have got the ball. But they do like they work pretty well out of their own half when they've got the ball in hand. Bahamas look up for this, don't they? Referee just waiting for medical staff to clear the field. And Mexico, maybe a wise choice, because the Bahamas are looking hungry. The Mexico team call themselves the Serpientes, the Snakes. Certainly not a reflection of their character. So Ramirez to get them restarted. Great take at the top of the line out there. You do use the width very well, Mexico. But good pressure again from the Bahamas, pushing them, squeezing them back into the 22. Not finding any space out wide. Great tackle. Not rolling away at the ruck. Mexico take it. Aggressively moving up. Bahamas having to move back 10 before they can make that tackle. Great work. Good thinking. Mexico have got a bit of width here. Pressure comes up quick again from Bahamas. Couldn't get that ball away. Referee says play on. Ball wasn't off the ground and the tackle came in. Cover tackles coming across. Great tackle. Thunderous tackle from Mexico. Holding on to the ball, Bahamas. That's going to be a Mexico ball. Gabriela Garcia. Mexico, great with their hands. Very comfortable with the ball. Changing direction. Now they've got numbers. High tackle, Bahamas. Dangerous. Making great yards, Mexico. And they found a space through, and that's a try, Mexico. Couple of little mistakes from the Bahamas has let Mexico in. Kick's good. Mexico. The Serpientes getting a stranglehold on the Bahamas. 14-0. Wonderful little step inside here in the offload. I was going to call in and say that was a forward pass, but on review, it's absolutely excellent. So great decision from the referee. And the more bodies from Bahamas on the floor. The referee's going to call for a timeout. Mexico will regroup and take advantage of it. Medical staff on. There's been some bulldozing tackles, some wild flying tackles, a couple on the border of illegal. And the Bahamas girls getting together as well to see if they can figure out a way around this Mexico team. Mexico playing a little bit more fluid today, a little bit more free. They've got nothing to lose, I guess. They lost their 2 games yesterday, but honest to God, it was 2 of the best games I've seen of rugby in a long time. So today, playing relaxed. Already a couple of tries up. They're getting their kicks as well to do. So today, so they've got their range already. And what I'd like the people to do at home today, if you can, if you're watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, do me a favor and vote for your favorite player throughout this tournament. If you've been watching yesterday and today, feel free to put in a vote on Facebook, on the feed, or on YouTube. That will help. The coaches are going to be voting for an all-star team for this competition. We'll post it over the weekend after the competition. So if you could do that for us, it'll bring the attention of certain players. We're going to be reviewing all of the games over the weekend and deciding on who's going to be in the all-star team. If you fancy it, you could always direct message me on Instagram or Twitter. Twitter's just Gavin McLeavy, and Instagram is MGM Sports Management. Shameless plug right there. But yeah, get the votes in, and we'll figure out who the superstars of this competition are in your opinion. We'll post it for the world to see, so big shout out to your favorite player. Taking our time to get this player off the field. Absolutely no rush. Safety and health paramount in this competition. Was actually one of the things that was brought up in the managers meeting before the competition. Let's make it the priority. At the end of the day, it is just a game, and everybody's health is more important. So we'll take our sweet time, if it's okay with you guys at home. A little bit of background on this this Bahamas team. There's just a couple of the girls that have got the sort of a couple of years experience. The majority of these ladies are actually came from a flag football team, and the Bahamas coaches sort of saw these potentially great rugby players playing flag football and started collaborating with the flag football and doing, so they do 2 days a week in the Bahamas training with the flag football team and 2 days a week training with the rugby team. Keeps them busy Monday through Thursday, keeps them out of trouble, and obviously is bringing some spectacular athletes to our beautiful sport. Most of the players from Nassau, the island, New Providence Island, Nassau. But a couple of them representing from Freeport as well. And Mexico get us back underway. Nice high, deep kick. Nice easy pickup from the Bahamas 10, Carleen Johnson. And she's going a long, long way and gets pushed out by Dariana Garcia. Got to be the superstar of Mexico for the future, this one. Just does brilliant work. Not just in attack. She's got the wheels in attack, but defensively she's solid as well. And you can see that there, the number 10 covering across. And that'll be half time. 14-0. Mexico are up. Look how quickly Mexico group together. They really are a great team. They get together quickly. There's no time wasted. They use every second that they have to organize themselves and get set for the next part, the next half. Mexico got on the score sheet twice and successfully kicked both of their tries, taking it to 14-0 over the Bahamas. Bahamas don't have an answer. They're a bit sleepy. They didn't wake up properly this morning. You have to bear in mind as well, there's an altitude issue for many of these players coming from sea level like the Bahamas and Jamaica. Mexico is at 7,000 feet. As Bahamas make their way back out onto the field for the second half. Not a good take from Bahamas. She's knocked it on. That's the second time Mexico have managed to force an error from the kickoff. So Mexico will get a scrum right in front of the sticks, just shy of Bahamas 22.
Get her back, get your wing.
Offside there, the scrum half of Bahamas playing advantage, and they found a bit of space and they're going around that corner. Great try, one more time for Mexico. Sees the spot and gets right through it, fakes the pass and goes. Excellent try for Alicia Chavez for Mexico. Making it look easy. Gaining territory in the Bahamas half, forcing the error. Kick's not going to make it. So it'll stay at 19-0 to Mexico. Just enjoying the musical interlude from the Mexican crowd. Always in good voice. And that's Zonico going around the outside and very aggressive with it, but steps out. These Bahamas girls, you can't fault them for effort. So take a look at Maria Fernanda Hernandez. She's usually the one that gets lifted here in the lineouts. It doesn't look like the Bahamas are going to challenge them. There she is. Not straight though, according to the ref. She's going to take a scrum to the Bahamas. Wasn't far off, but got to improve the standards to keep referees happy at these lineouts. Bit of wayward passing this week from a couple of the teams. So the Bahamas will get the put in at the scrum. It'll be Johnson. Mexico managed to steal that one though. Great work in the scrum. Throwing it out wide. Here comes the defense from Bahamas. Garcia's got nowhere to go. Great work, Bahamas. Good pressure. And they're going to get the ball for their efforts. Lost it in the last scrum, so hopefully they can control it this time. Some good footwork inside there at hook. Oh, big mistake. She was feeding the ball into the scrum. Big mistake. That's 2 lost opportunities at the scrum for the Bahamas. Working well to spread. The Bahamas have figured that Mexico do like to spread it wide, so they've spread themselves defensively, but that's going to create gaps. Ball's gone to ground. Went backwards though, so they can play on. They do like to put a lot of pressure on Garcia. They see her as the danger woman. Great pressure from Bartlett out here on the wing for the Bahamas, forcing Garcia back inside. Now they're trying to work through the middle, but imagine they've gone back about 20 yards, Mexico, and they're okay doing that. They don't mind doing that. They work patiently across, but out comes that pressure again for Bahamas, and now they're back to the 22. But they look for that space. Bahamas finally take it at ground, and again, look at that width. Bahamas taking their time, moving up in defense this time. Got to step inside there because the line speed was quick defensively. Another one stepping inside. And again, great pressure from Bartlett. Bahamas, but look, there's a space there, out wide. Mexico 7, pops it back inside. Didn't like it though, it went forward. So it's going to be another opportunity. Great pressure from the Bahamas defense. Squeezing Mexico back. All the way back from the 50 now into the 22. But they've got to clean up these scrums if they're going to take advantage of this pressure. Good defensive pressure. But now they've got to turn that pressure into points. Couple of substitutions for Mexico. Bit of a tactical change maybe. Elsie Gonzalez coming in at scrum half. Thought it was going to be a Bahamas scrum. Yes, it is. Okay. Johnson with the put in. This time again, she's lost it. Again, they've lost the scrum, the Bahamas. They've got to fix it if they're going to be successful. Good tackle. Again, Bahamas are going to have to work defensively. Numbers are evenly matched. And again, Garcia wrapped up. They've targeted her. And I'm very impressed. There's a massive forward pass there. Very impressed with the Bahamas. Now back. Mexico is now back onto their 5-yard line. Great work from Bahamas. And they get a penalty tap and go. They've got a bit of width here if they can see it. Crash ball though. And they see it around the outside. I think that's Bartlett there. Loose ball again. Bahamas looking for support. And here it comes. Great work from Mexico at the breakdown, but not successful there. Bartlett gets it out. Storming run through the middle from Zonical. Bahamas have been working well here. Excellent counter ruck from Bartlett, Bahamas. Mexico come away with the ball though. Gabriela Garcia. Bodies flying everywhere in there. Bahamas managed to get the ball back. It must have been hands in the ruck.
Bahamas, come back.
And it'll be a Mexico ball from Bahamas, hands in the ruck.
Come back. Bahamas.
They just need to calm themselves down. Excellent pressure from the Bahamas. They deserve some points, but Mexico have got the ball. They've dropped it. Little mistake. Ana Libreros knocks the ball on. Bahamas keep getting these scrums in great positions, but cannot hook it. They've got to figure it out to turn this pressure into points. And this time they do manage to get it out. But again, there's a knock on. It's just it's the errors letting them down. This time Mexico will get the scrum. They finally won one, but then there's just a hint of a knock on. And we come back to it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got USA South versus Jamaica coming up straight after this, so stay with us. And then all these games will decide. I'm pretty sure it's going to be USA South Jamaica final based on the points, because they are currently sitting 1 and 2. So Mexico with the pudding. Comes out the far side, and she's found a little space right through the edge of scrum half. Loose ball there, it's been tidied up. Referee likes it. Again, the Bahamas pressure coming up quick. Garcia with a little bit of space here, and she's found a gap. Can she get all the way through? Good covering tackle from Bahamas. 10. Carlene Johnson, she was aggressive yesterday, and equally so today. Here goes the selfie stick, Hernandez. Another big tackle goes in for the Bahamas. Referee's playing advantage, didn't like what he saw. That must be Gabrielle Garcia going around the outside, the older sister. And she's going to go all the way on her own. The Bahamas chase has given up. And Gabi Garcia gets it under the sticks. Great legs on her. Great work, and congratulations from her younger sister. Fantastic try. Couple of bodies down. Looks like there's been a head collision. Two of the Bahamas girls in those tackles, some wild tackles going in. Fantastic pressure from Bahamas the last few minutes of this game, and just couldn't convert it into points. And I said it earlier in the game, Mexico will punish you because they'll be patient. They may not make massive yards from that patient build-up passing, but when they do it in one full sweep, and it's a 60-yard super try every time. And that has been a common trend for them. Great work from Gabriela Garcia. The mother of two, having her second child just 3 or 4 months ago. And obviously has kept herself in great shape. lots of experience. And again, great result for Mexico, 26-0 over the Bahamas. They'll be happy with that. I believe it will set them up for another game with the Bahamas, regardless of the result for the USA-Jamaica game. And Mexico triumphant finally after a couple of losses yesterday, so they're happy with that. And Bahamas are going to have problems for the next game with it seems like at least 3 or 4 injuries after this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a delay here. We've got a couple of injuries for the Bahamas, and the ambulance is going to have to take them away. We cannot start the next game until another ambulance arrives. That's policies that are in place to obviously safeguard the health of the players today. So as soon as we get a new ambulance, before this one's going to leave, but as soon as we get a new ambulance in, then we'll be able to continue the games. So stick with us, check back in with us every so often. We'll be up and running with the USA South versus Jamaica game. Keep the live stream on, and we'll update you as you go. Thanks kindly.
Nosotros estaba viendo la transmisión. Los primeros juegos está padre.
Ya acabó, ¿no?
Al rato juegan.
Sí, porque la ambulancia se va a ir y no puede...
Ajá. Porque tienen que trasladar a una, ¿verdad? Una ya se paró, pero hay una que se le pusieron un collar. No, me estaba más
Ayer estuvieron.
Eric.
Ayer todos los traían. No sé, pero te digo que va de pito y
Wait, what we on? And no, it went.
Oh, dale tú, come back again.
Dile por el radio.
Dile por el...
No more with